experiences working as a public defender. Obviously, you're serving people who have limited means and are facing criminal charges. As far as the system currently now, there's criticism of how cash bond or even a percentage bond can really negatively impact people who don't have means to get out and could end up spending more time in jail than what they might get in a sentence. What would you like to see, just from your perspective as a public defender, that the bail bond system should look like?
I think that it should look like a situation where we take into account people's actual means, where nobody is criminalized because punished because they don't have money. A system that actually takes very seriously the concept of liberty, the concept of the presumption of innocence and due process, where we look at an indigent person and say, hey, this is an indigent person. If they do need to post bond, it simply needs to be enough. It may be $25, $5 may be something that incentivizes people to show up, and that's all that the court is considering are the two factors they're supposed to. Number one, the appearance of the defendant. Number two, safety to the community, and that we set bonds in an amount that people can post, but that they still have skin in the game and want to show up. So something that basically is as fair and equitable as possible.
What do you think, just based on your experiences, that the public should understand more about how the bail system works? Obviously, if you're not involved in the process, it's kind of more of an emotional experience to look at those cases.
That, number one, and I know that people have sometimes difficulty wrapping their mind around this, when someone is accused of a crime, that's all that it is unless it is proven or until it's proven. It's not uncommon for me to represent people who did not do what they're accused of, for there to be mistakes made. So it's important when people are thinking about bond to understand that we're talking about people who have not been convicted of the crime that they are sitting in jail for. We're not talking about people who have committed violent offenses. We are talking, or have been convicted of violent offenses. We're talking about actual, your neighbors, your brother, your sister, who have not been convicted of a crime right now. And we're looking at like 60 to 70% of people sitting in jails in this country who have not been convicted of the crime that they're sitting there for, that we the taxpayers are paying for. That's something I think that people need to consider. It's not all about just somebody's been accused of a crime, let's throw them away and lock them up without due process.